two things I want to say about this before I get into it. So just a few days ago, it's Monday when I'm making this video. Friday, I made a picture of, well, it wasn't this particular figure, but it was two other FortNite that were on the clearance off for $22. And I'm like going, is that really a clearance price for a $25 figure? I was like, yeah, no, I'm not interested, even though I wouldn't be interested because it's 6-inch anyway. But it went down to $10 today. I was like, well, maybe I am, because I think they're incredibly awesome. Now, I was opening this package and I noticed that, gosh, this is a lot like a Hasbro. Oh my gosh. There are so many hands in the pot for FortNite. I don't understand why. I remember when McFarlane was doing it. Jazzwares does the 4-inch figures that I usually stick with. Hasbro does the 6-inch. I'm a little confused of who's doing what and why is it split between 1,000 different people. Well, 3, but still. So we got a picture on the back and what's to be expected, so you won't lose any of the pieces by throwing them in the toilet. You got this piece and you got this crazy looking gun that's bent actually. So all right, let's take a look at the figure now. I'm not normally into 6-inch figures, but I occasionally get them because I like the way they look, and I don't know much about this particular figure, but I think it looks pretty good. I've been known to buy FortNite 6-inch figures because, my gosh, some of them are just too amazing to pass up on. And in my universe, usually if they're robots or monsters, then they fit in perfectly. If they're humans, then I pretend like they're just really large humans, because to me, humans should be in the 1/18 scale. So, wow, it's got a lot of really good articulation. Hasbro is doing a pretty good job on this one. I think that's a wasted opportunity. I don't know, maybe that right there I don't like as much, but it may be helpful with the feet. Let's see the feet. We can bend up, we can bend down, and we have ankle rockers. So I don't really know the purpose of that particular joint. So I can walk pigeon-toed maybe? I don't know. I think that would have been one place I would not have put articulation. I love the hidden articulation right here, though. That's really cool. And her really neat, Baroness figure, which I still have the Baroness that I bought for $3 in the 6-inch scale. I've yet to open. Ooh, there is some bad paint. I don't know if it's melt or where it was just, like, still wet and they put the figure together anyway and it stuck onto the upper chest. So, I don't know. Inside there, we got like a ball joint right here and a ball joint up there. So she's got a lot of really crazy articulation. So she does have a swivel at the bicep, which is reminiscent of the old G.I. Joes, the good ones from the 80s. Let's see, does she actually need it? Because nope, she does not need that cut. That cut is completely unnecessary unless you really want to do some crazy stuff with her arm, because there's already a cut right here that does the exact same thing, except there is an arm guard. But unless she's going to turn around and shoot somebody like that, I don't see the purpose in it. All right, far as her articulation for her wrist, it's got the up and down like this. My cat's playing with a tree. I'm under my favorite tree, and there's like a myrtle right here, which is what Myrtle Beach got its name from, by the way. He didn't get it from well, I'm not at Myrtle Beach, but we're pretty close. Myrtle Beach got its name from the myrtles they have, and we have myrtles here too. They are trees you just cannot kill. But there's a myrtle bush right there. You can train them though. You can keep them trimmed to where they just come up as bushes. You can also train them to come up as trees. I'm guessing this is how the back thing goes, or this thing right here. I'm assuming it goes in the backpack because it kind of looks like it does, and from the pictures, it kind of looks like she's got something on. Now that face, that reminds me, has everybody ever seen a cartoon called Reboot back in the 90s? Because there was a woman in that called Hexa something. I think her name was Hexadecimal or something like that. She's kind of got that face going on with Hexadecimal. She has some Wolverine-ish claws, I guess. How do you get these on? I'm like going off, but there's no pictures to tell you how to do it. Maybe there's instructions inside, not throw them away with all the other trash. It says include. So I'm assuming they go up like this somehow, or is there some kind of like, this is where you could have done some swivel right here and pop off, and I don't know. Does her hands pop out real easy? Yeah, I don't want to try it because I'll end up breaking it. I just know me. Let's try to get her hand through there. So she's got her Wolverine claws. Pretty cool. Now let's see if she can hold her gun while the Wolverine claws are on. Because I'm not much of a gun fan, but long-range weapons come in handy, of course. I'm more of a melee weapon person, like claws, or like the Wolverine claws, or really swords. And of course, a batleth is always a beautiful tool. So she can hold the gun like that, and of course she can bend the wrist back, so she's holding a little bit more, not like she's holding it, I don't want to say natural, because it's not really that natural. So look, she can hold the gun in both hands. I think she would be better off with short guns, and not pretty bright purple guns, because I think that would be like a, hey, I'm over here, shoot me, because I'm a big target with the big old guns on my, or big old purple gun that's got like crackling. I don't know if it's supposed to be painted on or energy or what. I've played the game only a few times, and I don't remember any of the characters like this. I just think the figures are amazing. So there we go. That's another of the FortNite figures I picked up. This is in the 6-inch, so it's not in the perfect scale. I don't know if they make this one in the perfect scale. I have yet to find a good website that has all of the figures on there. There's a website which I love, but it's a checklist website, but they're great for old stuff, but for new stuff, they can't keep up. I mean, there's so much stuff being pumped out. So her name is Lexa, Mechafusion, and I really do think she's got that really hexadecimal or whatever. Okay, so comment below if you remember the name for the girl on, the woman, she looked like a mime almost with a face. I want to say it's hexadecimal was her name, but she was on that, oh gosh, I said it a while ago, Reboot. That was a great cartoon. It was one of the first computer generated cartoons, which was a gimmick, but it was still a good cartoon despite the fact that they were using a gimmick, because there was a lot of movies also using all that computer generated stuff, and they were horrible. They were just trying to sell you on the gimmick instead of the actual story. All right, have a great day, and I'll see you soon, hopefully, if not here or there, hopefully in the air.